skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Harris.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Colton, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there, aren't they? Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Jokic kicks to Porter. Murray surveying the D. Beasley with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Russell passes to Beasley. He kicks it to Culver. Back to Beasley. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Outside, Porter. Back to Harris. No good that time. Towns with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A nice shot by Culver.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over him.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Got a piece of it. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. On the wing, Harris, covered by Beasley. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
They get it again. Jokic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
Now 6'10", 250 pounds. That's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big-time investment from the Nuggets this offseason in what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 5 now.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
And here's Russell. His last outing, 16 points for him. And it's Towns missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Russell. Murray, no good. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Celtics. Russell passes to Culver. Jacks up a 3. Towns. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
He lobs it up.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Towns. Jokic with the bucket. He has 7. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Russell. Right side Towns. Back to Russell. Takes a 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Towns. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Goes back up. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well, and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Russell against Murray. Left side, Towns. Over in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Here's Johnson. Millsap with the steal. Now Harris. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. Pass to Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Porter looking it over. 3-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. 1 good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Now here's Porter. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, and taken away by Johnson. Millsap against Russell. Over Murray. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Millsap. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Gary Harris. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 4-point game. Clock at 6. Bounce pass from Morris. His first shot coming late. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Morris.
Even though Millsap draws the contact there, he does an incredible job forcing that one through the hoop.
Russell against Morris. Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. Good work defensively by Millsap.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Good.
And the reason Barton makes that play happen is because of the move. He really destroys the defense with his handles there.
Morris against Russell to the left wing. Left side, Towns. Out to Russell. Launches it. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Morris with the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap, and it's Grant in for Murray. And then for Minnesota, Omari Spellman has come in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jake Layman comes in for Culver. And Okogie subbed in for Russell. Here's Okogie. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Spellman. Plumlee with the rebound. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's Okogie after the Nuggets pick up 2. They need this. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's right around 17 points a night, 16 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Layman. No points in the game yet for him.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Barton. The shot that time not on target. And Minnesota now the other way. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Grant outside. Pass to Morris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Towns.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And that one's good. Barton.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Layman. Now the pass to Okogie. Here's Layman. He's covered by Grant. Spellman, no good. The Nuggets on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Morris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Barton that time on the assist by Grant. And that's now 6 points for Will Barton. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Spellman. Here's Okogie. Jokic defending. Here's Spellman over Jokic. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Grant, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Vonleh's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Shots good by Hernangomez.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Barton. Tight defense on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the smart play from Barton is the attack. No one wants any part of him when he shows that kind of aggressiveness.
He's off on the second.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
Here's Okogie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Noah Vonleh. Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops. That misses, so he splits the free throws. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Denver ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Will Barton. Plumlee is out there with Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Plumlee in at the center. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And the wide open shot from Morris drills the three-pointer. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Pass to Okogie. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Lehman. Passes to Okogie. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Here's Okogie. Here's Spellman. Open and close and nails it. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Morris looking over the floor. The layup missed. Timberwolves trail by 12. To the wing right side. Covered by Morris. Here's Spellman. 6 to shoot. 8 feet away. Plumlee with some nice D.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And that one's good. Barton.
Well, Barton takes some tough shots, used to making them. He did there.
Timberwolves have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Misses off the right eye.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Josh Okogie. Morris kicks to Barton. And Lehman pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Beasley. Some solid defense from Grant.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Minnesota shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Gary Harris comes in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Beasley hits them both. And Brent, while he's mostly a 3 and D type player, Malik Beasley is improving in other areas as well.
Yeah, it's interesting noticing the passing and how that has improved. It's a nice wrinkle to Malik Beasley's game, who really coming into the league was all about force, getting the ball, straight line drives, attacking the defense, rising up, trying to dunk on guys. His ability to slow down and see the floor is going to help enhance what he can do offensively.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Russell. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
Millsap misses. Timberwolves trail by 12. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Towns. And it's 6 points for Jarrett Culver. Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. There's the pass to Millsap. Fades and shoots. Again, Millsap missing. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Free throw drops for Culver. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Now here's Millsap. The putback. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Minnesota with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Beasley with the steal. Feeds it to Culver. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
The first one falls.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Pass to Culver. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Towns with the steal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit. And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Launches a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-6 run. Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. The Nuggets leading by 4. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Towns. Johnson dishes to Culver. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Passes it to Jokic. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. He nails it, and we're tied up. Culver's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Oklahoma City.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
The pass to Towns. Over Jokic, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Nuggets. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And checking out Minnesota, 2 games back.
And I think for Denver, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now here's Murray. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Timberwolves shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Outside, Porter. Culver with the steal. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Good on the shot.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Free throw good, Russell.
The second overall pick back in the 2015 NBA draft. Russell having earned his first All-Star game appearance in 2019.
Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Here's Jokic after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And it's 13 points for Jokic.
Well, with the unique opportunity to go inverted with pick and rolls with the small setting and Jokic playmaking.
Beasley outside. And at the top of the key, Towns over Jokic. And it's Towns missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Millsap slams it in.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Also looking it over. Kicks to Culver. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And it's Beasley in the corner. Clock at 4. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Murray. That shot no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jokic against Russell. And it's Jokic missing. Minnesota shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Pass to Beasley. Towns against Murray. That one drops for him. Towns has got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Here's Harris after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Murray left side. Over Russell. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Buttery right there. Knockdown shooter from that area. Murray taking advantage of that opportunity.
Towns. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. For Minnesota, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The free throw drops for Towns. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Jeremy Grant comes in for Michael Porter. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And so he hits both. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Morris outside. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
The first free throw is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And Morris drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 5. Covered by Morris. Outside, Towns. And a miss there on the triple. Grant up top. And here's Morris for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Morris has got 12. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
The first quarter was a difficult one for Minnesota. As hard as they tried to compete, they just could not keep pace early and ended the period facing a deficit of 9 points. They got on a more positive track in the second quarter, coming together offensively and getting enough stops to come from behind and grab a 2-point lead at the half. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots. Gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible with guys who see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns. Then it's Johnson. And it's Culver in at the 3, the small forward. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, Russell. Dishes to Culver. Passes it to Johnson. Over Millsap. Nails the baby hook. Johnson's got the first basket of the second half here for the Timberwolves. Denver shooting 43% for the game. And there's the pass to Millsap. Now here's Porter. D right on him. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
And he makes both free throws.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Russell with it. Now guarded by Porter. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And while Murray is known, Brent, for his outside shooting, he's very strong with his in-between game as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options offensively and getting more and more in contact with Jokic on those high screen and rolls. Devastating, Kevin, when he gets to that left hand, gets around the free throw line and shoots that high floater. There are nights where he does tons of damage with that.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And it's Beasley in the corner. Back to Russell. Beasley outside. Jokic with the steal. 3-on-3 for the lead. Here's Harris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the dunk by Towns. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. The Nuggets trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Jokic. But he stays with it. And that one is good. Jokic has got 15 points.
There you go. Finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Left side, Towns. Over Jokic. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. He feeds it to Murray. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Murray. And stolen by Russell. Outside, Towns. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jokic.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Murray the pass to Porter. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota leading by 5. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Denver calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Harris. How last month turned out for him, averaging 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Now here's Millsap. 6 points for him. Pass to Murray. There's the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Harris dishes to Millsap. Outside Porter, and taken away by Johnson. Here's Russell. Plays it up and banks it in. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Murray. He's got 7. Harris with it. Murray outside. To the inside, and Jokic slams it in.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
Now, here is Russell. 14 points for him. To the middle. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray against Russell. Puts it up from 12. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Murray.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Now, here is Russell. 16 points for him. Johnson down low. Millsap on him. Count it. Johnson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Jokic. Over Towns. Jokic, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
240 pounds at 6'8". That's where James Johnson right there can be intimidating against any opponent, especially inside.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
I really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hands.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Millsap. Will Barton comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Gary Harris.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 12. Murray. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Russell against Morris. And stolen by Vonleh. And the foul called on Amari Spellman. That's his first foul. The Nuggets trail by 13. Barton outside. And here's Vonleh, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Now Morris. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Great focus from Murray. Really sticking it to the D right there with the tough and one.
You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare, Kevin, defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Now the feed to Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw missing. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Vonleh. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Okogie, the pass to Spellman. It's 2-on-1. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Morris.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Okogie. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here is Morris. With some arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Spellman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Murray. Okogie, the pass to Spellman. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Nuggets trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray finds Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Athletic and quick, Plumlee is a good partner in the pick and roll game if delivered.
Covered by Morris. Spellman the pass to Layman. Here's Okogie. Puts up a 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Pass to Barton. Denver passing it around. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And they're moving it up. the pass to Lehman. A three-pointer off the mark. Denver's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Hello, Will Barton. Transition is his best friend. It's a lot of his baskets on the fast break.
Covered by Morris. Pass to Lehman. Five on the clock. Fires the three. And no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Snatched away. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Hernan Gomez. The rebound by Grant.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team. I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And the basket by Okogie.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Murray, the pass to Morris. Spellman with the rebound. Spellman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Morris inside. Minnesota with the rebound. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Free throw good for Morris. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Culver's checked in. And Morris drops them both. There's 31 seconds left in the 3rd. Covered by Morris. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A floater. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Over to the wing. Here's Culver. And again, it's Minnesota.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Plumlee are playing up front. Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton, and it's Grant in at the 3 slot.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Morris.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
And Plumlee kicks to Grant. A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
Pass to Culver. To the left side wing. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Layman pass to Spellman. Over Plumlee. Spellman, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Minnesota leading by 15. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Passes it to Culver. Shoots. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Barton passes to Millsap. Good work there as it goes.
You can see how comfortable Millsap is right now. His confidence growing.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nugget squad.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Grant, and Harris subbed in for Barton. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, showing improved power. Russell takes a hit on the drive there, but still able to convert.
Here's Morris. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
He kicks to Porter. Shoots over Culver. Porter, no luck.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The pass to Beasley. Towns against Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Towns, the pass to Beasley. Over Harris. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porter, no luck. Minnesota leading by 15. And it's Johnson penetrating. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 6th rebound on the night. Porter kicks to Morris. To the paint. Tries again. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And so here's Denver, following the bucket by the Timberwolves.
I see him.
Jokic passes to Porter. Jokic with it, clock at 6. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Beasley, the pass to Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside, Porter. Back to Morris. Pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Morris. The tray. Minnesota with the rebound.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now, here's Culver. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Culver. 21 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Morris dishes to Harris. Outside, Porter. Can they get it? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. Then obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Here's Okogie after the basket by Noah Vonleh. Here's Reed, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Denver shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Daniels kicks to Millsap. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Okogie. Pass to Crabbe. Towns with it. 6 to shoot. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
So it's Denver now. And here's Daniels. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Denver able to drain the 3.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Here's Okogie. Passes to Crabbe. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Russell against Murray, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
For 3, Beasley. No bucket, and that miss is number 6. He's made 7. Porter in the corner. Back to Murray. Outside Millsap. Harris inside the line. That one a little long.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Towns, and Towns throws it down.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Harris. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Timberwolves shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. To the inside, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
1:56 left in the game. Denver shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Murray outside. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Craig. There's the pass to Bates-Diop. Shoots from 12. It's good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Okogie. The dish to Evans. 1:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Okogie inside the three-point line. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Minnesota.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl-Anthony Towns.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
James Johnson checked in for Minnesota. He hits the second from the line.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Here's Okogie. Johnson outside. Pass to Okogie. There's Crabbe with the three. Plumlee with the rebound.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
He gets that one.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Here's Okogie. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl-Anthony Towns, you looked so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, waiting for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.